I'm going to basically show you that this is a living organism. Basically, right now, what you're going to do is you're going to see basically this thing come to life. This was basically a one of the ones that basically will either jumped off or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But here we go. You watch this sucker. Morgellon is not a disease. It is a fungi. It is highly contagious. It is a living organism. And by the way, this is water. I'm sorry that this specimen jar is a little dirty, but you know what? I'm tired of all this specimen stuff, and all I'm trying to do right now, I'm using one that already had something on there in regards, but it is, you know, that's it. I actually added water to this, and basically watch this sucker. And this thing is moving. This thing is alive. You're gonna see it alive. You're gonna see it move on something that it shouldn't be doing. And that's why basically, you know, this is it. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm trying to prove to these medical people, basically, look, this is a living organism that's infested our body. And what this thing does is actually slowly it keeps growing and growing because this thing replicates. As it eats, it replicates. And the thing that's eating is you. There is a couple of things that I actually have to do that I am actually going to put up. I mean, apparently, one of the things that the people's hair that is turning white, the reason it's turning white is because it actually is getting covered by the Morgellon fungi. And actually, it turns white because it's being eaten. Before you're done, basically, there's a hollow. The hair is hollow. That is not hair. Basically, this thing is basically it's been eaten up, and all that's left is just basically the Morgellons, whatever the hell, whatever that thing is. Now that thing, your hair actually turns slimy because of, you know, it is part of this Morgellons fungi. Now, I watched this thing for basically, I say, what, 10 minutes and so forth. And I mean, you're going to see it right now. It's going to start moving. But this thing is going to do things that it shouldn't be doing. So basically, just to prove that, hey, this thing is alive. It is alive. You guys watch. I mean, in regards to what this thing is actually doing. I mean, it will move. It will later on. I will bring the microscope closer and I will adjust it. But I think that's after 10 minutes. But the one thing is, you will see on a few instances where this thing actually, well, like right now, see, like that. I mean, it's starting to move, but you're gonna see more than that. I mean, this is a living organism. Okay, this is not something just moving just because of whatever. This thing doesn't do the thing that this thing's doing just because it wants to. I mean, I know it's a living organism. I didn't need this for it, but the one thing is, what I'm trying to do is prove that this is a living fungi. Okay, this went from solid to everything that I keep getting off my body, which basically this is basically what that is. And you know, if we don't do anything like this, look, right now I believe this is how bad I think this is right now, and the doctors are doing nothing about it. I believe that 1 in 3 is already infected. Before you know it, it's going to be 100%. Because nobody actually is looking at this the right way. A lot of misdiagnosed, basically, were people that have, well, they say they have shingles, but it's not shingles. But, you know, but this is the thing. I mean, what are we going to do? How are we going to cure this thing? All right, look, I'm going to give you guys some things that I've already done. There are a couple of things you can actually take that you will find yourself with things will be jumping off your body. And they're not expensive and so forth. So, grapefruit seed extract. It is more potent in color of silver. Even though you need color of silver to basically for your eye and ears and nose, because in regards to it, what's going on is this thing is actually going into your nose, your mouth. It's going inside your whole body. Um, but basically, the grapefruit seed extract, it is a potent anti-fungi. As a matter of fact, it's supposed to be the strongest out of all the others, even garlic. Basically, what will happen, once you start taking that, even the same day, you may end up basically where you end up with the chills because, the reaction on this and so forth, where a lot of this stuff, may die, may do whatever and so. But one of the things you're also going to experience is mainly where a lot of it starts jumping off your body. But see, that's not going to solve your problem. Because the problem is, okay, we get it out from the inside, but this thing is still coating your body. If you take a look at your body, your whole body is kind of like a silicone. And that's a major problem. Because, until you get everything off your body, you're still in trouble. And the thing with this is you got to kill every one of them because, excuse me for the cough, because if this, as a fungi, it will actually replicate again. So all the ones you got off will basically be replaced very quickly. So the only way to get rid of this thing is you've got to kill every one of these little bastards that's on your body. Got to get it off your body. Now, the sores themselves is basically the main the main problem. Look at the screen because sometime around 9 minutes, I didn't take down the time. You're gonna actually see where that thing in the middle there is actually gonna move. This is just to prove that this thing is still alive there, okay? This thing is a living organism. That is going to do something weird in regards to it. I don't know why it did this and so forth, but in regards to it, now if I were to move the microscope closer into this, it probably would be clear. I mean, you'll be able to see right through it because in regards to it, that's how this thing hides, is because it actually is, basically, it's a chameleon. It converts to whatever the hell it's touching. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people have a problem. Here we go. I know something is going to happen around 9 minutes, basically, in regards to. I remember this from actually when I started recording this thing. I done a few. I done some where you see that. This is a real good one, only because of the. It is basically in this stage. The other one, I've done a few videos that I'm probably going to put that one up too, that where basically you'll see the clear basically moving throughout the glass. You can see it. It's moving very slow, but it's just moving. It's not clumped up the way it is on this one. But this thing is basically alive. This is a living organism that basically, I know it's at 9 something that basically it does some massive movement here in a few seconds, okay? And that's basically, why I'm showing you. Morgellon is a living organism, a fungi. And this is basically what you got to do. My body inside is good. The problem I've got is not the inside of my body, but the problem is the outside. I'm about my 90% of my body is already cleared. The only problem I've got is mainly I have a couple of main ones that basically, they're shrinking because but the problem, I like to kill them all at once so I don't have to deal with this stuff. This thing jumps off your body and you basically get, I don't know what you get. Huh. Did I mess up, or I mean, I thought that there was a lot of movement when I was watching it, but in regards to it, I don't know. I don't know what the heck. I mean, I thought there was. Maybe I'm wrong on the time or something like that. But I know that it did happen pretty massive where this that little thing in the middle actually moved like crazy. But it could be that maybe it's just the time for me is not really correct. I'm gonna wait a little longer before I actually put it away. But but this is what you're dealing with, guys. You're dealing with a fungi. That's the reason why this thing is so tough. And it is the issue is it doesn't come off that easy. I am going to give you on the next video a way to get a lot of this stuff off. I know that I told you about the raw apple cider, which basically it's something that you should be drinking every day. But also I was bathing with it. But I actually had found what exactly is that basically kills this thing off. How I accidentally found basically what I found about the stuff that was on. I mean, basically all the stuff that fell off my body, and it kind of made my life a lot easier because now, I mean, I didn't have that fight where everything was moving around throughout your whole body. But this is highly contagious. All you need is to touch somebody, and you will basically you will get you know uh, well, I guess the movement that I was talking about, it must have happened while while I was talking, but I know there was because I don't realize. Look, I'm making another video from how do I put it from. I already recorded this earlier. Now I'm just adding the voice, so that's one of the things. I mean, so don't mind me. Uh, but basically, this is what you got. This is the monster right there. That is it. Basically, you got all size on this thing. You can't even see most of the time because in regards to this thing is so small. Now see, now you take a look at all those little bubbles and stuff. Actually, I guarantee you that that is basically the liquid form of this thing because I know that this is one of the ways that you actually see. You've seen some of these things where they actually, how do I put it? They actually get uh, you get to see some of the the connections on this thing because you actually have like a neural network on this thing, and this is one. I mean, this thing is a living organism, and I guarantee you that very soon everyone's going to be infected if we don't find a way to kill this thing because this is going to, it is worse than lice. It is worse than all this other stuff put together. And I don't know what else to tell you. Okay? So for now, basically, I just wanted to show you this is a living organism. Now, I don't know if this thing moves again later on, but in regards to it, I just wanted to show you. I wanted to show you what this thing was doing and so forth, and you won't believe it. I mean, but this is what it is. Now, this thing is actually, if I move the microscope closer and basically enlarge and look, basically it will be clear to be able to see through it, because that basically, it. But this thing changes throughout. It will change to basically whatever it wants, because on your body is a chameleon. On your body, this is probably a sore. And that's one of the things. I mean, the sore is the main body of the Morgellons. Okay? All right. I will add on more stuff later on, but right now, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, let me take a quick peek here. I just want to see where in the world. I know this thing actually made a major movement here, and I'm trying to see. Yeah. And by the way, I didn't move. Yeah, here we go. So let me see here. This is where I think this is where this sucker. I mean, I got multiple of those. Yeah, there. See, there's the part that I wanted to see. Okay, here it goes. Where all of a sudden, see right there, this thing is just moving close. But this thing is actually, I've got some that actually shows where you can see the thing moving. Uh, this stuff right here starts moving on his own, and you can see it moving like basically, like it would. I mean, for as an amoeba, basically it moves very slow, but it is. And by the way, when I was moving that, I wasn't moving the thing. I was actually moving the microscope. So, oh, look at this. See? What the hell is that? I didn't even notice that when that happened. Yeah, what is that? I mean, why would that, what is that that popped up? That little bubble there from this thing. I mean, this is basically what this thing normally does. When you normally get it off your body, you do see a lot of these bubbles attached, and a lot of times they're like in a chain. And basically that's what this thing does. I didn't even see that little bubble pop up earlier. I mean, not this one, but there's one right here that's going to pop up in a few seconds. And that's what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to basically educate you guys. I'm trying to let you know you're not crazy, you're not anything, but in regards to what they're doing is actually that you're suffering. Now, once you get it out of from the inside of your body, there, see there, look at that little sucker. What the hell, I mean, why would that be? I mean, what is that thing? That's, you know, and this is being created by this, okay? And I don't know what else to tell you. Sorry about this one right here. That just happened to be there earlier because it was a specimen that, but that's it. I mean, this is what you got. I mean, you see all these little bubbles. I think that's going to keep growing well, and that's what it does. It actually creates the chain that actually, and that's normally part of what you get on your thing when you actually have it and so forth. I mean, hey, what am I going to do with you guys? All right, people, I'll let you go. We'll talk soon, and hopefully, this will be good.